We're here with Calvert County Sheriff candidate Craig Contra. He's running for sheriff in the Republican primary in June. Here, if you ask a few questions on the boardwalk and the pier here at North Beach. Craig, could you provide for the voter a little bit of a synopsis of yourself and your background?
Sure. I've been a deputy sheriff for 31 years, serving the citizens of Calvert County. When I first started, I worked at Road Patrol, and then I got transferred to narcotics, where I was there for 7 years. I became a expert in the field of narcotics in Charles, St. Mary's, and Calvert County. In 1997, I was asked to help organize and get a warrant unit together, which we did. From 1997 to, I believe it was March of 2014, I was transferred to Road Patrol. I worked Road Patrol for about a year and a half. I got transferred back to civil process, and currently where I'm at. I have been through all the departments, the bureaus we have in the department.
Okay, can you tell me how that experience would help you in the role of sheriff?
The experience that would help me in the role of sheriff, I've been there 31 years. I've seen sheriffs come, I've seen sheriffs go, I've seen what they did right, I've seen what they did wrong. I've been through all three bureaus, and I see what they need, and I think I'm the man to go ahead and bring a new breath into the sheriff's office.
Sergeant Contra, how will you put your direct experience in narcotics to work combating the opioid crisis that we have today?
Well, first thing I've got to let everybody know, we've been a narcotic officer short for 3 years, and we just got one in this year. Of course, it's election year. What I want to do is I want to make a minor and a major narcotic unit. A major would go basically to do all the wiretaps, following people, search warrants, and so forth. The minor unit would go ahead and work on the buy, bust, and the quick search warrants. I would also try to get a hold of Charles and St. Mary's and try to get some type of heroin initiated task force.
For Sergeant Craig Contra, running for Calvert County Sheriff, the Republican primary at North Beach, Maryland. Sergeant Contra, could you describe what's currently being done to make the schools safe for the school children? You're a father yourself. What also do you think you would do once you're elected sheriff to improve it?
Right now, the department is sending one guy up north to watch the schools, one guy down south to watch the schools. What I want to do is I want to start a four-man unit with a sergeant, and what we would do is we would be rotating in and out of the schools, and maybe a couple stationary. But we want to be unpredictable where we're at. We want to just be in and out. Also, what we want to do is they do fire drills every day. They do fire drills twice a year. We want to do active shooter drills. We want to be able to do the drills with the students, so that the students know what the police are going to do and the police know what the students are going to do. I think that would work out very well.
Okay, Sergeant Contra, you ran for sheriff 4 years ago and gave Sheriff Evans a good race. In your campaign, you identified various things you would do as sheriff. Can you tell what has happened to those ideas that you brought up?
One of the things I brought up was the speed cameras. I wanted the speed cameras around the schools, and with that money I was going to be proactive, and I wanted to use that money to help support more deputies in the school. I also talked about the commanders working in the evenings on the weekends, which he did. So he did both of them initiatives that I want to do, and I'm very happy that he did it. It's really flattering that he took enough initiative to do that.
Sergeant Contra, if elected, what new ideas would you like to implement for the Calvert County Sheriff's Department?
Well, like last election and like this election, I'm emphasizing getting back into communities. We need to get back into communities. We need to get to meet people that are in the communities. So if we get to know each other, information flows a lot better. I like the guys when they go in the shopping center. I like them to get out of their cars. I want them to go into the buildings, into the businesses, introduce ourselves so we can get to know each other. Information would flow a lot quicker and better.
Okay, Sergeant Craig Contra, you detailed the experience you have in a variety of roles in agencies and divisions of the Calvert Sheriff's Department. And leading in as a sheriff, Sheriff Evans actually had no administrative experience and was a trooper first class with the state police and worked as a courthouse security officer for the Sheriff's Department. So he did pretty good coming in. How will you handle that yourself, even though you have broader experience as a new sheriff? How will you handle, what would you do to give the agency the administrative functions and leadership that it needs, and how will you do that?
You know, I rose to the rank of sergeant. I assisted and handled a $500,000 child support grant. Also, my assistant sheriff will have extreme knowledge of administration, of financing that he will handle, and I will handle I will lead the department.